when you look at what happened with Samuel and Israel's first king, when he anointed King Saul, he does something very specific. He takes this flask of oil and he starts pouring it over Saul, and he anoints Saul as the first king over Israel. And he does the same thing when he anoints King David. He goes into Jesse's house and he breaks open this flask and he starts pouring that oil over David's head. And we see so many prophecies about our Messiah. He's referred to as the Lord's anointed one. Anointing someone as king was something that we saw with Israel's first two kings, with Samuel doing this to Saul and, of course, David. And it brought me back to remembering what happened before the crucifixion. Our Messiah, remember, he was at the table in Bethany at the house of Simon the leper, and this woman comes in with this flask of pure nard, and she breaks it open and she starts pouring it over his head. And I remember thinking, wow, what boldness does that take to just start pouring something on someone's head in the middle of a dinner? But what was happening? Our Messiah says, "Leave her alone. This is for my burial." And the stuff that they were pouring on him, that nard, was actually a fragrance. It was very strong fragrance. It was very expensive, shipped in from the Himalayan mountains. So it'd been over 1,000 miles journey to get there, and here she is pouring it out. And as I was reading through First Samuel, I realized something. It wasn't just for his burial. It was also how they anointed a king. And here he is, days before the crucifixion. He's about to be sent back to his father, and he is going to be at the right hand. He is going to be exalted and given a name that is above every other name. He is the King of Kings. He now sits at our Father's right hand, and that oil she was pouring on him was a reference to that anointing of a king, because our Messiah is the anointed one. Thank you all for listening. God bless.